Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. It's time for another pocket dump deconstruction. And the reason I call it a deconstruction is that 5 minutes ago I took a picture of what I'm going to carry today. My everyday carry for today. You see it in front of you. I posted it on Instagram. My Instagram is at Keith Kevin Ken. Turned my iPhone 6 Plus to video, and now we're talking about the pocket dump, caressing the knives, and also at the end, talk about the knife that got away. The one I want to carry but won't because there's not enough room. So we'll talk about that too. So let's go with the pocket dump deconstruction. The watch for today, this is my Mont Blanc watch. I really do favor I do collect watches. I haven't in a long time, but I did when I used to consult. But I have a rotation of about 5 or 6 of them. I love chronographs. To me, they're just nice, manly watches. You know when they're on your wrist, or I want paper-thin manual watches. This is a very nice watch, a battery-ran watch. Every day I celebrate the day at the end of it, not in the middle of it, don't want to jinx myself, but at the end of it, whether it's a good day or a bad day, a nice Cuban cigar makes it all feel better at the end of the day. This is my cigar for the day. It's the El Rey del Mundo. It is a wonderful, lighter Cuban cigar. So if you're not used to Cuban cigars, lighter Cuban cigar. This is the Cuban. They do have other handmade cigars, but that's the Cuban. It's a lot lighter than usual. Usually a Cuban cigar gives you a punch, which I love. I love my coffee black and sometimes burnt, and I love my Cuban cigar. That's just me. But we'll celebrate that with some bourbon today, at the end of the day. My coin, my lucky silver coin, which I carry every single day in my pocket, a 1-ounce silver coin. This is a Chinese lunar coin. This one is actually from 2004, the year of the monkey. We are, as I record this in 2016, in the year of the monkey, and we're celebrating it. And that is one of the lunar coins, the year of the monkey from China, from 2004. All right. The wallet is Coach. I love the man Coach leather stuff. I don't even know if they make it anymore. That wallet's about 15, 20 years old, but I like it. And my notepad is from Smithson off of Bond Street in London. I love their paper products. Anyway, boy, that sounded uppity, didn't it? Look, I just go in and grab a bunch of tablets because I like writing materials in my pockets when I'm in meetings instead of the electronic stuff. Anyway, let's talk knives. One of my favorite collections, and at some point I'll do a mini collection of my crickets. I have some oldies. I have some of the newer ones. This is one of the newer ones. This is the etched cricket. That's a reverse S. It's from Spyderco. I'll tell you, these crickets as a keychain knife, and this is my keychain knife for today, it's just wonderful. The reverse S has that belly. It's sharp as crap. A lot of Spyderco's hawk bill blades, and I'll do a mini collection of all my hawk bill blades from Spyderco. I have quite a few. This little thing can be dangerous as well for the other guy, but it also helps out. I find in an office urban situation that my keychain knife gets the most use out of the day because I can pull it out. No one cares. They've seen it on my keychain. It makes the keychain look nice, but also it's functional. That belly makes this hawk bill very functional. Cuts nice. That little hawk, you can pull things to you. I really like it. It's well constructed too. I mean, if you've never had a cricket, this is the time to get one. You can also, I guess, put a chain through it and wear it around your neck. Women can put it in their purses, men on their keychains. It also has a nice clip, a sturdy clip for you. And look at this. I love that it is a frame lock. Now, the earlier crickets, and I have a number of them, they're a little thicker and they have liner locks, which are really interesting. But this is so thin, so wonderful. Stainless steel. This is the etched version. You feel every etched part of it. I also think it makes it seem older, doesn't it? It really does. You hear that click? That is a solid lockup on this very thin, small knife. And as you can see, even with my fat hands and fingers, I can operate this little knife very well. Perfect keychain knife, the Cricket. It can do a lot of things. Any knife in a pinch can hurt someone who's trying to hurt you, but this thing is really wonderful. I find it great. I find it great to do just everyday things that you want a keychain knife to do. Highly recommended. It's the Cricket, and it comes in all kinds of different flavors, and at some point I'll show you all those flavors. Chris Reeve, small Sebenza. Man, I am so happy he came out with this series. I've only seen the basket weave Damascus, which this is, the raindrop, and the ladder Damascus. And I think those are the three that he does. I really favor the small Sebenzas. I actually have on YouTube right now, a small Sebenza mini collection. I think it's like 15 or 16 knives. You should watch that after this one to take a look at all those Sebenzas and what I think of them as we caress them and love them. But this is just a wonderful, beautiful knife. Yes, do the Keith Kevin Ken drinking game. Wonderful, beautiful. I love it. Take a shot of coffee or whatever else you got handy. But this is a great, great knife. Well, it's a Chris Reeve. It's a small Sebenza. But look how beautiful. Not only do you get the beautiful, this is basket weave. Beautiful basket weave Damascus. Oh, look at that. I love the spine of basket weave knives, of Damascus knives. I just love that. It's so wonderful. So you don't get a plain Jane handle. What you get is this shiny tie handle, and then etched into it, you feel every line is the same pattern that is in the blade. So in this case, it's basket weave Damascus blade, basket weave etched into the show side of this knife. Chris Reeve, small Sebenza. There you go with the, of course, integral lock, the clip. You notice that this has two studs on it. And this is the one fancy smancy Chris Reeve knife where he doesn't give you a bead. Isn't that funny? Usually if he does something special, whether it's a Tonto blade or carbon fiber inlaid or carbon fiber side, whatever, carbon fiber Sebenza, he always gives you a special bead. This time he doesn't. I guess he figured, hey, look, I just gave you a very artsy knife, both blade and etched handle. What else do you need? But, oh, man, it is butter right out the box. It's so smooth. Again, I've been saying this in some of my recent videos. Don't be afraid of Damascus. Yeah, scratched up Damascus, I get it. You've paid extra for it, and I understand that. And again, I don't beat up on my knives because I'm in an urban setting. So, it's boxes and cutting some rope and that string and that kind of thing. But this is a very functional blade. It's not just for show. So if you have one, you can cut with it. I love this small Sebenza. I have all three of these as a set, and one day I'll do a very small collection to talk about. I also have a large one as well. So we'll talk about that, but I love that small Sebenza with the Damascus blade. Again, it comes in raindrop, ladder, or in that case, the basket weave. Here you go. This is a knife that I actually discovered on YouTube. One reason I do these videos on YouTube, these are not review videos. These are, I love my knives. I hope you love them too. Let's caress them together and talk a little bit about them. I saw someone do a video, and that's why I do my videos. If you take a look at my videos, some of these knives, especially Spyderco, they have done so many knives for so many years, you actually lose track of them. I have been collecting Spydercos, and I have a very big collection of Spydercos, and I get surprised by variations in knives. I swear, every single month, I'm stunned. So I found this. Someone said, hey, here's my R, my Spyderco R. I went, huh? Well, this is a Spyderco R. Now, the original Spyderco R was like an erector set. They had 3 versions of them. They had, the handle was just holes all over it, like a erector set. The blade had holes all over it. It's a real artsy knife. I've seen them come up, and they were just too much for me at the time that I've seen them, because they're really not functional. But you know me, I love sets, so I'd love to get them at some point. Then there's a solid blade one with the erector set handle. But this, and then there's this. So those are the originals. This is the sprint run of the R. The R has that wonderful, it's a Spyderco blade to me. It's that wonderful kind of leaf blade that Spyderco has on a number of its knives. And they put the Precision blade on it. Now, the Precision blade is a unique kind of blade. It's from Japan. What they do is they take these little small little small glass fibers, and they're smaller than the human hair. They weave them all together, and then they put it this, I don't know what you call it. It feels like a mix of plastic and glass. It's very smooth. They put it under this. The Precision, why they call it Precision, that's a Japanese phrase that describes a specific silk kimono pattern. And so, of course, this is a VG10 blade made in one of the Spyderco Japanese shops. But Precision is a wonderful gentleman's folder type handle. See how nice it is? Very smooth. Again, Japanese glass fibers put together under this kind of plastic / glass casing for you. Very durable, but beautiful as well. This is VR. Yeah, it's a wonderful knife. It's a wonderful EDC knife. This is my big carry today. The Precision has a heft to it, but it's not a killer kind of heft. It's not that heavy at all. It has the wonderful Spyderco backlock, which is, as they say, their most evolved lock. Did you hear that? So this is a wonderful big gentleman's carry. That's called the Spyderco R. Spyderco R with the Precision handle. So that's the Instagram that we posted deconstructed, but on YouTube we talk about the knife that got away. Now, I live in a state that allows automatics. So I can carry any darn thing I like. And I like this. I hadn't carried an automatic in a while, and I wanted to carry it. I came across my collection. I was thinking about doing a mini collection, which I will do, a mini collection of all of my Microtechs, because I have a few, a number of them. And so I'm going to do a mini one and uplink it. If you want to catch all these mini collections I'm talking about, plus every day I do a deconstruction on the channel, then hit that subscribe button, become a part of our community so we can ooh and ah over knives and talk about knives. I love this. The Troodon is great. To me, this is probably the best Microtech carry. It's a wonderful size, a nice medium size. I was thinking about carrying this instead of the Chris Reeve knife, but I'm meeting up with a couple of people that always ask me, can I see your knives at work? So I wanted a little fancier one because I know I was going to bump into them. And people still do get scared of automatics. Oh, it's a switchblade or whatever. But this is a beautiful one. It's a nice size. You know that the Microtechs come out a little stiff sometimes, especially trying to bring out the front blade back into the handle. But this one came out buttery smooth with just enough tension. And I do like that Tanto blade. Now, all of my Microtechs actually have that LMAX steel, which is a very good steel. Now, they do come, I've seen some in S35V, S30V. I've actually seen D2 steel. They come in different steels. Mine just happens, every one I've bought has been LMAX, and I have no complaints about it. I just love it. Now, when there's a knife that got away that I won't be pocketing, but I fell in love with it when I went through my cases, it'll stay on my desk. In fact, after pulling this one out, I pulled out all of my Microtechs and put them on my desk to play with tonight and possibly do a video either today or tomorrow and post over the weekend. So we'll see how that works out. But that is the blade that got away. That is the Microtech Troodon 3-inch blade, Tanto, LMAX steel. Hey, that's the pocket dump. That's the deconstruction. If you like to see a picture every single morning, early morning, I'm recording this early morning, every single morning, my Instagram is @KeithKevinKen. I also post a lot of pictures on my collections, about 4 or 5 a day. On this channel, every single day, you'll get to see a pocket dump deconstruction like the one you've just seen. So please thumb this up and subscribe. I'd love for you to be a part of our community. We're going to build a community where we're all happy and we all love caressing knives, and we probably get tipsy off of Keith Kevin Ken keep saying beautiful, wonderful, and I love it. Anyway, thank you very much. I understand the value of your time. I really do. And I appreciate you spending some time with me in my knife collection. I really do appreciate that, by the way. You have a perfect day. Keep your pockets full. This is Kevin from Keith Kevin Ken. Goodbye.